What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now Plus. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about what's going on with Little Devil Inside. This is where I take a look at a game and talk about where it's at currently and where it's going to be for this version, I guess, for 2023. And because I think I tend to do these videos every 6 or so months, specifically for this game, we tend to look at it, every half year. And guess what? Not a lot changes. I don't think anything has changed between this time and, maybe like June. I don't actually think I even talked about it in June. It could have been a full year. We're still left with this game not existing. And, I think for a lot of people that have been passionately, waiting for this game for a while, this is nothing new. I jumped on in this game pretty late. I mean, and I guess, well, late, subjective, but I feel like I jumped into this game maybe 2 or so years ago of being, moderately interested. The visual style always has looked pretty cool. What it's trying to, it's actually trying to be, I think, several different genres of games, but it looks, and anytime you watch videos of it, it looks like a pretty cool game. Obviously indie, but a game that's been around for so long. People being around, I think, during like the Kickstarter days of it. It's just been forever. And last time we talked about it, and again, nothing has really changed probably since that, but there was the one post that talked about, and this was actually last December is when the people started to talk about this. Last December, there was a post from PlayStation that said Little Devil Inside releasing winter of 2022. And since then, and even before that, there really wasn't, a lot on this game. And then all of 2022 just came and went, right? Here we are, the last few days of this year, not a single thing for Little Devil Inside the entire year. And so I guess the question I have, well, not only is literally what's going on. The title isn't actually meant to be a negative when I do these kind of, things for games. For this game, I would actually, when you say like, hey, what's going on with blank, that may come across a little like aggressive or like you're kind of questioning something. For most of the games I've done so far in this series, it's actually just kind of like recapping things we know and where are we going, with the game. For Little Devil Inside, it is, I think, more of like an insult, where it's like, this is kind of ridiculous at this point. And I guess while it's possible it releases this winter, I doubt it. I highly doubt it. For no other reason than, winter is, and I think the gaming industry, winter is December, January, February. That's normally winter. And we've seen examples of companies kind of abiding by that general kind of agreed upon rule. It's not definitive, and if Little Devil Inside wants to be the first game to classify March as a winter month and release in March, that's totally cool. But I kind of feel like even though it is an indie game, you need to kind of come back with it at some point to re-reveal it, because it seems like you have to re-reveal it every time you show it because you always take so much time off. Come back, re-reveal it, and then you got to give a little bit of time between that and the release. You can't re-reveal it on YouTube with like a new gameplay trailer and then release it 2-3 weeks later, right? So you're looking at mid-January at the earliest now, literally the earliest. Mid-January, you come out with a trailer. The game probably can't come out until early February at the earliest. I could make as many jokes as I want about, like, is this really a game that, like, will never come out? You think of, like, Silksong, you think of this game, and there's a couple of games out there that kind of just seem bound to never actually release, even though people really do want it. And again, I think this game has, I don't want to, like, discredit it or take away from the fact that every time we've seen it, it has looked cool, and it's evolved. If you go back, you can find videos of this game, I think, in, 2015, 2016 on YouTube. You can find some very early videos. This game has been around forever, and it definitely seems like it's, evolved over time. But it's been such a long time since we last saw it. I don't know. You can make as many jokes about it never releasing. I do think the game will come out. The question is, when's the next time we're actually going to see it? So hopefully 2023 is the year. I think a lot of people were thinking that maybe 2022 would be the year. But again, like I will say this though, winter 2022, that only does give you 1 month if you assume. But see, that's also I guess now I'm looking at it in a different light. So when you do say winter 2022, right? You can be very picky and say, well, there's technically only one winter month in 2022, and that is December. In gaming lingo, it gives them the extra couple months to do January, February, right? But I mean, they literally have the number 2022. So is it winter 2022 if it's January? Because that's not that year, that's the next year. So who knows? I mean, I hope 2023 is the year, but we need it to come back at first, and then we can worry about, I think, a release date after that. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure you guys are subscribed, bell icon turned on, and I'll see you all on the next one.